yet.
All right, we won't.
Yeah.
So I just threw that dead woodchuck in our neighbor's yard and never thought of it.
And did it start smelling after a little while, or
Man, that's my neighbor's problem.
Figure it out.
I'm sure he found it by the smell.
Right.
And welcome to your Friday report.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone.
Hi. We are live finally after like multiple issues here with speakers and sound and.
Thank goodness our swear button was on because it was.
And then
I blame Chinese labor.
Then I hit the button and then I didn't hit the "Are you sure?" button.
Well,
Oh
were
gosh.
you?
And it says we're live, but then I don't know what's going on. I don't know. It's I got a check mark here that we're live, but we're not.
No, we're not.
I don't know why. Let's see.
I don't know if I can come up with a third joke.
Hey, we're live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube.
Okay.
Oh, good. I like that.
So let's figure out Rumble here real quick while we're just
Hello,
dilly-dallying.
YouTubers.
Hi.
Tubes.
We got 5 viewers waiting on Rumble, so we need to get
we do.
live on Rumble here.
All right, we'll go to
We are
Rumble.
live. It says
No,
you
that's
are
not
live.
a flattering picture.
It says view on Rumble.
That's why I wear the
I'm
hat.
gonna view on Rumble. Continue to Rumble. Whatever.
Let's get ready to. Oh, wait. Sorry, it's trademarked.
Oh my goodness. And I forgot to tell you. We might be live on X too. hey, it
By
says we're live on
accident,
Rumble. It says
or-
we're live. It says we're
By
live.
accident. Oh,
It actually says we're live.
it does say we're live.
And I'm watching
says we're-
watching
Rumble.
Here
Rumbling.
it goes. Here it
Yep.
goes.
We are live on Rumble.
I got an ad.
Hey. All right. Now let's check the other one because I set it up so we could go live on X as well, which X used to be Twitter.
Twitter?
Twitter. It used to be Twitter. Now it's X. What is that?
I was trying to go live.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, you're waiting. Now let's see. Oh, we're live. We have 0 viewers, but we are live on X2. Yay!
Try
So
Give it time. Give it time.
no, we're the. Oh yeah, no, I know. I'm a patient. I'm patient about this. We are gonna get some viewers.
You have some monk-like patience.
Yes, I'm telling you what. But we're just gonna kick it off right now
I like it.
with this world premiere.
Another
The
world
first
premiere.
and another world premiere, but your first introductions to 2 more characters from our show. Mistakes were made. This is going to be Agent Walker and Agent Gray. Agent Walker from the more established Federal Enforcement Division, we're calling it.
Not cold.
And
Grab something.
Agent Gray would be from the. You okay?
I'm cold.
Ooh, so Jody needs a jacket. But Agent Gray is from the Bureau Undermining Misinformation. So if you caught last week's edition of Supervisor Lloyd, played by the wonderful Jody, who's cold, going to get a jacket. It was the first part of an interview series. Well, we have the second part of that interview, and we're going to play that right now. Kinda, maybe, I think. We'll see if this works. I'm praying that this works. Actually, let me let me get my phone on to see if this actually works. Okay, we're going to try it. I'm going to share an entire screen. I'm going to share the audio, and then we're just going to try it. Okay, so share that screen. Okay, now we're sharing it. Got it. We're going to go full screen. Oh, there we go. Now I'm going to kick this up here. I'm going to mute our mic here in a second, and we are going to go. So here you go. And oh, there it is. Oh, okay. We'll be back in a few.
Agent Walker, I already told you no, I am not doing your PR hit. I am in the middle of some stuff right here, okay? I'm busy and I am not going to go on some news show with some bum flunky and try to act like they're actually doing something. Yes. Well, okay. All right. Fine. I'll do it. Just send me the link and I'll go there.
Thanks, guys, for doing this. We're going to record this, so we'll use it on our next broadcast. A couple of things to remember. Try not to talk over each other, and then just relax and have fun. Now, there are a lot of rumors, questions, and some innuendo surrounding the new agency. So it's really good to get some good PR out there. Our corporate folks and your brass at the Department of Law want the public to have a little optimism about your mission.
Thanks for having us, Nick. That sounds great.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. We have another guest or two in our ongoing series with members of different law enforcement agencies. With us tonight is Special Agent Charles Walker from the Federal Enforcement Division and Agent William Gray, an agent with the Bureau Undermining Misinformation. Let's start with you, Agent Gray. Tell us about your experience in this relatively new agency.
Thanks for having us on, Nick. Our agency, the Bureau Undermining Misinformation, has an important role to play in keeping people safe. There is a fine line between people saying things and acting on those things. We've seen over the last few years how dangerous misinformation and disinformation is and how much it can erode the confidence in our government. We here at Boom are committed to keeping the country safe.
Agent Walker, you work for Fed in the Cyber Communication Crimes Division. Now, your mission and the mission of Boom seems to be very similar. Is there a sense of cooperation between the agencies?
Well, the problem of misinformation and disinformation has become so prevalent, it was decided that an entire new agency was needed to tackle the issue. Politics and an election year had nothing to do with the creation of BUM at all. We really are just one big happy family.
All right. Well, then let me ask you this, Agent Walker. Do you foresee an additional bit of consolidation between the two agencies?
Nah. BUM is doing the best they can with the quality of people they have recruited and brought over from Fed. I give them an A for effort. They have a lot of obstacles to overcome. And as the saying goes, they aren't sending their best.
Agent, Gray. So if you, Agent Gray, there's been pushback and criticism from some circles that this new agency, the Bureau Undermining Misinformation, and basically the overall intelligence apparatus of the government, it's infringing on people's rights more and more. What are your thoughts on this?
We really do have to be careful, yes. Freedom of speech is absolutely an important consideration, but I've learned over the years that sometimes people show you who they really are. The anonymity of the internet makes it even easier for people wishing to cause harm to do so. It's our job to try to figure out who is a threat and stop the threat before people are hurt.
I see. And Agent Walker, anything to add to that?
People get what they ask for. We've romanticized the government agent and the detective since the 30s. Elliot Ness, Dick Tracy, The Fugitive. Heck, we have TV shows now just called Fed. People have been conditioned to love us, so we're here. We are part of your lives and we're not going anywhere. We'd never imagined that people in power over time would use this positive feeling to become more and more invasive. Of course, we must hire competent people, which it seems Bum might be starting to fail in that regard.
You know, Agent Walker, I don't appreciate the insinuation. And it's boom, not bum.
It's B-U-M. In any language, that is bum. Culo, Italian. Miserable, German. Vagabond, Romanian, Danish. However you want to say it, it comes back to what it is. Bum.
For the last time, it is boom. Also, if Fed is so good at combating illegal misinformation and disinformation, why do we have an entire new agency set up?
Why was Bum?
Boom.
Why was Bum set up? A group of virtue signaling lawmakers and a virtue signaling president got together in an election year to scare a bunch of people and convince them that they are doing something by creating another government agency. Nobody but those few people wanted this, and they got their way, didn't they? A port here, an airport revamp there, and voila! Bum.
Wow. Talk about misinformation. Bud, I could probably bring you up on charges for that gibberish you puked up just now. M&D is a serious problem, and Fed's whole modus operandi to combat it has been a campaign of entrapment, enticement, and political hit jobs. Where were you, Agent Walker, on that one day in January, huh?
At your mom's. Nobody wanted Bum. You think the naming wasn't intentional? You think the people who set it up didn't know what they were doing and it's an accident your initials are BUM? You think it's an accident that they took the lowest functioning members of Fed and hired a bunch of stiffs off the street to staff this agency? Give you a 4-week study course and abracadabra, you're a certified federal agent. Here's a badge, here's a gun, go save the world. It's a joke.
Oh, there's a joke around here, all right.
Oh, the joke is you, man. I've been a real agent. Well, you were doing whatever menial job you had before you tagged on to Bum. I've helped take down drug cartels, financial crimes, human trafficking rings. You name a crime, I probably helped somebody convict somebody of doing it. Now that we've crossed the bridge into the true information age, I'm going to bring down criminals in the virtual world. If misinformation is truly dangerous, then you need the best agents to tackle the problem.
Misinformation.
Just
look at your record of failed sting operations, trapping,
and
setting up these
4-week course
fantasy land
chumps
scenarios
and their
that
shiny new
always end up
agency
in
to
acquittal,
try and
never
upstage
in
us.
conviction. And it's boom, boom.
Oh, fine, it's Boom. We'll just call you Boomer then. Okay, Boomer. I'm out of here.
That was thanks for having me.
Damn it, we should have done this live. Bam! How about that? All right,
Well
let's
done.
get us back
Stunning.
on the screen. What do you guys think? So yeah, give us a like and a follow if you liked that, if you enjoyed that. We definitely enjoyed making it. I'm telling you what, that was so much fun to make. And then I tell you what, next week we got another little portion of this coming up, kind of the aftermath, and we'll put some stuff out this week. But
we don't slack here
no.
at Mistakes
Nope.
Were Made.
And a new character.
Yeah, we do not.
Yeah.
We do not.
No, next week we'll have a new character.
Yeah.
Her,
She's already been a character.
right, but hers is next week.
Right.
I'm just, I'm
No,
giving
but
away
had,
too much. Then we'll have the week after. We'll have a new character introduced, and then and then we're filming. Knock on wood. Hope to God, filming us on Sunday.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the Wasiller, we're gonna go and do
Yep.
some
The
more
Wasillery.
shooting
We're gonna go
on
out there. We're
Super
gonna
Bowl
get a couple
Sunday.
of. Gonna get a couple of actual scenes for the show. Yeah, you can take that off too. Get a couple scenes for the show, and then we can get another little preview skit here that we're doing as well. Then we'll have that for you in a couple weeks. It's exciting.
It is. We're certainly pumping some stuff out. Well, this van is pumping the stuff out. We're birthing the stuff.
Yeah. And so
Come
it
on,
really,
Robbie, give us the
it's,
idea.
it really helps to for people to follow. And I mean, it's a big thing though. It's a big thing getting this thing. So if you can, please like the stream, follow us, give us give us a click.
Click,
Give it a little
clack,
clickety clackety.
clickety clackety. That'd be
You
super
know,
duper.
that really helps. But yeah, we're enjoying making this too.
Yep,
I mean,
we're enjoying
doing
our
this for
our
us,
ride so
and
far.
we're doing this to kind of get the
So yeah,
word out. But anyway,
but a big part of the show is also just those random streamlines of consciousness that the three of us are going to give you. So with that, let's talk about a couple of topics that are on the tip of our tongues.
So
Hot topics.
you had a movie you watched. Go ahead, let's start with the movie you watched.
It's always exciting. It's always exciting when you discover a new
10-year-old
film.
movie.
So I think this story needs to start with Michael. I believe Michael discovered a new movie that he shared with me. So Michael, you give your thoughts to that.
Well, it's not new. It's 10 years old. It's just
new to me.
For some odd reason, the platforms that you could stream your movies on can only stream some movies, and it was up until February 1st. Certain movies weren't available on Netflix, but they were available on other streaming platforms. But
Okay.
I don't have an account to every darn platform there is out there because I'm
Why
not going to
would you?
memorize that many passwords.
Yeah.
I just will not.
Why would
and they're expensive.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
So anyway, the movie
Yeah.
Fury, a 2014 World War II movie about tankers, tank warfare in Europe, starring Brad Pitt, Michael Cera.
I think.
Pena. Michael
Yeah, I was
Pena.
gonna say that's not Michael Cera.
Yeah,
That's
right.
not
Michael
George
Pena
Michael.
and Shia LaBeouf
George,
and
what?
From Arrested Development, or he's a young gawky.
Scott Pilgrim. Hey, Benjamin, we're filming here.
But he's a very, but he would be very
Yeah.
funny.
But he's not in the movie.
No, he's not in the movie.
Clint Eastwood's son is in the movie, though. Anyway, it was World War II tankers. No idea how realistic it is because I've only been to London, is Europe, and I've never seen the inside of a tank or really know. But it was a good movie.
Yeah.
I give it Michael good or crap rating of good.
He only has the two.
Yeah,
Michael's
it's not good.
Infuriating that way, and the fact that he has just no middle ground. It's just yes or no. And
You would hate my middle ground if I had that option. Be glad I have good or crap.
Maybe what you're giving me, what I think.
So
is
that's
Because if I
that's
told
your
you
rating?
it's in the middle,
Uh-huh.
that's my
That's
rating.
your rating scale.
Yes.
So
If it's
okay.
not good,
all right. So when we start our like every afternoon, a couple times a week stream, we're not gonna do movie reviews. Is that what you're saying? I guess
No,
we
we
could.
can,
We
but it's
could,
good or crap.
But it's good or crap.
Yeah.
Right, that's it.
That's
Like-
how Michael goes through life.
What about? I mean, is there a scale of good?
No,
Okay.
it's either good or it's crap.
All right. So you watch it or not, right? Is that kind of it?
I would watch it twice or not, because I do have to watch it once
Oh, well,
to get
you gotta watch
So
it.
like he
but
sat
you-
through Fame
you
and he
would-
I'd
gave
call it
that
crap.
movie
okay.
crap, and we never got those 2 hours back. of our life.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Uh,
I did walk out on Cats.
He
Because
did. Oh
it was
my god!
crap.
So this is awful. So 2020 has just started, right? And
And it's still cold here in Alaska.
oh yeah. So it's January, and COVID. We're hearing things, but it hasn't happened yet. And Cats, the movie, the musical, has just come out, and I'm so excited. Love the musical my whole life. Benjamin loves it. Michael likes cats. So I was like, awesome.
Felines,
Hey,
not
there you
Broadway
go,
plays.
There you go.
Yeah, he likes cats. And so we went as a family to Century Movie Theater, which is in Midtown. So it's about, 15 minutes.
It's a hike back to our house.
It's 15, 20 minutes by car, I'd say, in the middle of the city. And within 25 minutes, 20 minutes, Michael's like, I'm out. And he walked home in the freezing cold at night because he was out.
It was midday. It was matinee.
Was it a matinee?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he walked home.
It was
Whatever.
dark
Cold.
out because it's Alaska. But
Okay, so the fact that I already said it was dark.
well, I mean, it wasn't.
count.
It wasn't dark out like midnight. It was dark out like middle of the day dark.
God.
Well,
Anyway,
the film was crap.
it was pretty bad.
Crap or good?
It was crap.
It was not good.
Makeup.
And you thought it was crap? I heard it was crap. I didn't watch it.
I
Told you.
liked
I
it.
heard it was crap.
The scale- the
I
rating
liked
system
it.
works.
I just think they couldn't. I think it was just the makeup of how ugly the characters looked.
It was different.
I don't think it was a story or anything. I just think it was.
feel like it was a miss, not a hit.
And
Okay, so let's
and with that grade,
funnel this back to now.
Okay, so
Today, yesterday,
Yes.
last night.
so he says, "Hey Jody, there is this movie I'd like to," or he starts watching it actually, and I'm making dinner, and so I'm kind of sitting in, and I do not like watching either really really emotional movies alone because I am such an empathetic
and
person,
it's certainly not like gore.
and I do not like gore. I don't like
Okay.
people in pain. Again, I empath off of that stuff, and it hurts me.
The scene opens with a Nazi officer walking through the yesterday's battlefield. Wreckage all around the place,
Mhm.
and he's on horseback.
Right.
Pretty
And
much
he's
how it
walking
is.
along, and when he gets to Brad Pitt's tank, Brad Pitt jumps out from, tackles a guy, and just jabs him.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right, that's the
Yeah.
start of the movie.
Right.
No, Jody, it's not so bad.
I'm like, I was like, yeah, you're right. And so I thought, well, since Michael's watching it with me, that we could watch it. Plus, with being some military experience and whatnot, I could ask my questions and he could
Yep,
answer them.
Right.
And I love asking questions and talking to people who know things. I like watching Hacksaw Ridge with my daddy and, talking about stuff. But
Mhm.
what I really loved about the film is because I was with Michael, I could watch the acting performances rather than thinking about like, oh, those beautiful boys are all gonna die. The
Mhm.
Jody
No,
is really
exactly.
sad,
You could watch it in a
but I could watch it
In a
in a
different
different
light.
kind of lens going
Makes-
on. Yeah.
yes.
And
Okay.
plus Benji wasn't there, so I was like, okay, we could indulge in this. Or he was, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
he wasn't. He's in another room.
But yeah, they take this innocent young boy who is his first taste of battle, brand new 18-year-old kind of boy, and have to show and get him used to hell.
Mhm. Right.
Well,
Here's your introduction. You didn't shoot anyone. I'm now gonna make you shoot someone.
well, the catch is he wasn't a tanker. Wars going on. You just got to throw people at the grinder. And he was a clerk typist on his way to headquarters, and they pulled him off the truck and said, "You're with them now," and got assigned to the tank
Oh,
because they needed a
geez.
new hole gutter,
Right.
which is the guy right next to the driver.
So this kid has no experience whatsoever.
Never
no
seen a
taste
tank.
of war.
Wow.
Been in the army about 8 weeks. Draftee.
And so I asked Michael jokingly, I'm like, I bet there are books about tanker battles. And then we realized we were talking about, of course, we thought about it, the technicalities, but we talked about how tanks are the cannons on the ships at sea. Meaning they kind of have to move slow and strategically and angle and
They're not slow.
Oh my god.
Well,
Okay.
relatively, I mean, as far as battle movements, they're kind of.
I was really impressed on
Such a
ship
long day. I'm gonna kill him.
when I saw the Mark V gun, the naval gun on a destroyer or
Yes.
cruiser, and how fast that big old piece of machinery is.
Oh, right.
I mean, it's just boom.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I gotta grab something. So
But-
keep going.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So what do you think? What did you think of the movie?
So I loved the movie. A lot of it had to do with the dialogue of it. There were some phenomenal lines, some phenomenal moments, and then of course some heartbreaking moments because you have to, in this type of movie.
People are gonna die.
People are gonna die, And I liked it because just like the other film, the 1914,
No,
or
1917.
Sorry, I keep remembering the Titanic and that.
was
In
1912.
1917. When Robbie come back, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
I'm sure you are. So on the Michael movie scale, it is
Good.
It is
It's
good. Okay.
Yes, he's watched it twice now, I think.
I've watched it a few times because I'd
Okay.
seen it before years ago.
But 1917 was
That
that same
is-
where it's this war. You're in a singular story in the war, so it's not so overwhelming. It still is just as raw and grotesque and real, but it's one single drop in the bucket.
So this was World War One.
Well, yeah, 1917 World War One.
Okay. Yeah, right.
1917 is.
Yeah, sorry.
The Fury was 2.
Fury was World War II.
Okay. Yeah. No, there was
Same bad guys.
What was that movie that they used a lot of real footage from World War One? My friend Frank and I went to see that in the theater,
Oh.
and that was amazing. It was done by Peter Jackson.
Oh,
Peter
yeah,
Jackson
look
did a
that
World
up.
War One movie.
That's right. It wasn't like a
And-
Band of Brothers movie, right?
No. It was
it-
basically he took footage. They shall not grow old.
Yeah.
They shall not grow
I remember
old.
hearing about that. Never got to see it.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Play the preview.
It was amazing. Yeah, let's take a look.
It's
One thing I liked about that I figure was realistic with Fury was how fast they had to communicate with each other and how fast you just have to make your calls,
Mhm.
which is fairly accurate. We had to deal with this on ship. I just have to.
Yeah. All right. Give me 1 second. Let's go ahead and present. Stop screen. Present. Share screen.
Jody threatened me with violence.
What's that?
We're live to the world.
and they can see you.
All right.
They shall not
Here
grow
we
old.
go. So, in Peter Jackson, just so
Yeah.
we don't get copyright struck, we're going to stop this.
Look, it's
entire
right
thing.
there.
But Mr. Jackson had a lot of the stuff, the wardrobes, and because this isn't all just he put a story in there too. But so he used a lot of real footage and then told a story around it.
Wow.
He had a lot of the cannons. He had a lot of the uniforms. He went and found a lot of the uniforms. He's got like a whole World War One museum. A lot of the footage was also at the time it wasn't all shot at the same speed, right? Because it's
sure.
being crank, right? So they actually had to take all of this footage that they could find and put it to normal, to like modern speeds.
Oh, wow.
And so, some of it's just some of it was way fast, some of it was way slow, just because it was how fast you
Makes sense.
turn a crank.
Yeah.
Whereas now we have like standardized, 29.97 frames per second. Back then it was
'Cause
whatever.
We all knew that. Wow.
And colorizing it.
Huge. Huge deal.
I was 16 years old and my father allowed me to go.
I was just turned
Oh, I was getting two things. This is just a documentary. This is just
17 at the time.
there was another movie that they kind of did the same thing. They used footage and then brought in some other ones. This one is
I was
all
16.
footage.
I was 15 years.
When they came to us, they were frightened children and had to be made into soldiers.
All right, boys, here it comes. We're in the pictures.
I gave every part of my youth to do a job.
Look at the size of those bayonets. They're about a foot and a half long, it looked like.
Just an amazing amount of work that they put into this.
Well, it's important.
Oh yeah, no, to document, to keep
I mean, it's wonderful that he did that. He's not
Yeah.
even an American.
right. No,
Oh, that's
exactly. Well, this
beautiful.
this is
Thanks,
a
Peter.
British.
Well-
This is actually a British regiment or whatever. That
Oh,
just
well, I
followed.
guess that is their wars.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes sense.
Ah. Eh. Now the thing is stuck there. I'm trying to get the damn foot.
Wow.
There was a job to be done, and you just got on and did it.
That was such a
3D. I don't need to see it in 3D.
Mama.
Yeah.
Your phone, please.
Not right now. We're streaming.
yeah that whole war was just incredibly horrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
Then,
it was just awful.
The things we were promised we'd get out of it, never,
Like what?
Right,
Well, the war to end all wars, for one.
right.
Oh, right. We're making this huge sacrifice now to stop all of this as a
Mhm.
generation. And
Yeah.
What that
Right.
gave us.
And the Treaty of Versailles might as well be same value as this napkin.
Mhm.
So
No, exactly.
that looks like an awesome film.
Yeah, no, that was
Well, one thing that was awesome about 1918 is outside the war footage of the story, whatnot.
You mean
what
1917?
Yeah, 1917. Wow, what number did I? Never mind. It's not important. The way they filmed it, it was, for the most part, it looked like it was just all nonstop.
It did.
Nowhere in the middle of the film did they go, meanwhile, at the Eagle's Nest or whatever.
right. Yeah,
It was-
exactly.
It started on the two characters and just followed them constantly throughout the film. Well,
Yeah. What you
Yeah.
thought. They showed you behind the scenes of how they did their edits.
because they couldn't just
Right,
film a 2-hour movie in one cut.
Yeah, no. No, if you get a chance, look that up too. That the kind of behind the scenes of that thing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it is so incredible the amount of people they had working on it, and just the. Yeah, and then I'll have to maybe for next week I'll figure out that other movie I'm thinking of too, because there was one where they kind of used real footage and then had actors and they kind of told a story and and yeah.
And then you were talking about a television show.
Yes. So speaking of like films and stuff, this popped up the other day.
Pop-up video.
Pop up video. No, not really. But we have Mr. Musk.
Oh, her. Okay.
Yeah, you know her. We were asking earlier if she knew.
She's a big MMA fan, Jody.
Jody's a huge MMA fan. If you didn't know that,
Mixed martial arts.
Oh,
that's where you could have recognized Gina Carano from.
We had to tell her what it was. She's like, "Yeah, I love it."
Stop bullying Mama.
So,
all right. So let's get on this.
So Gina Carano sues Lucasfilm and Disney with Elon Musk's backing. So as we were saying, last year, Elon Musk said, "Hey, if you were discriminated against by using social media and a company fired you for it, tell us and we'll back you." And so Gina, she did. She said, yes, that happened to me. And let me actually pull up her tweet because it's really good what she typed.
It was really a misunderstanding, but they didn't want to go back and say, "Hey, we read that wrong."
So she said, "Today's an important day for me. I'm filing a lawsuit against Lucasfilm and Disney. After 20 years of building a career from scratch during the regime of former Disney Bob Chapek, Lucasfilm made this statement on Twitter, terminating me from The Mandalorian. Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilm, and there's no plans for her to be in the future. Nevertheless, her social media posts denigrating people based on their culture and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable." But she never did any of that. She just got accused of it over and over and over and over again.
She never actually did anything?
No.
She tweeted something. They all read it wrong.
Yeah,
Sure.
no, exactly.
Did they say what she tweeted?
Oh yeah, no. This is the actual. So here we go. This is the thing. This is actually pretty. The introduction is really well written. So her lawyer comes out with a complaint and says, "A short time ago, in a galaxy not so far away, defendants made it clear that only one orthodoxy in thought, speech, or action was acceptable in their empire. Those that dared to question or failed to fully comply would not be tolerated."
Yep.
And so it was with Carano. After 2 highly acclaimed seasons on The Mandalorian, as Rebel Ranger Cara Dune, Carano was terminated from her role as swiftly as her character's peaceful home planet Vonderon had been destroyed by the Death Star in an earlier Star Wars film. So this is their thing.
Yeah.
Then they go and they talk about venue and how that. There's an interesting law. They fought in California because there is something in California about, discrimination, sexual discrimination against, being a woman. And they bring that into the lawsuit. So they're suing Lucasfilm and they're suing Huckleberry, which is a subsidiary of Lucasfilm. And then they're suing the Walt Disney Company. So they talk about how much she was prominently featured. And then they were going to do a spinoff called The Rangers of the New Republic, and she would be one of the lead characters because she had a very popular character in Mandalorian. Like there was a lot of people that enjoyed her character of Cara Dune. And so then she started getting harassed. So it says defendants harassed Carano for her political statements, subjected her to vilification, allowed other employees to harass her because of her political views. Yet the defendants did nothing when her male co-stars made some statements many people would find equally, if not more, objectionable. So she had an account on X, which used to be Twitter since 2009. And then she had an Instagram account. And then people started harassing her. Social media users demanded that she publicly support the Black Lives Matter movement. And then they also started bullying her because she wouldn't put her pronouns in her profile.
You know what? I'm not going to tell you my political choices nor my pronouns like that either, especially if you're going to push me.
That's not.
Nope, that's not how we work.
It's not how we work. It's not how this fucking works.
You get a choice what you get to put on your stuff.
I'm Michael, and my pronouns are obvious.
And I can tell you she, her, no problem, but you're not going to make me put that on my email.
Right.
Tagline.
So people started tweeting at her. Say ACAB, which ACAB stands for all cops are bastards.
Or bitches.
Or
oh
bitches.
My
It's
God.
a Black Lives Matter thing, or it's a a standard thing. So they start saying, "You're racist if you completely ignore the BLM movement. If you're not a racist, then show us support. You have to tell us this." And so she's like, in my experience, screaming at someone that they are racist when they're indeed not a racist in any post or research you would do shows those exact facts. And I'm sorry, these people are not educators. They're cowards and bullies. Because this person says, these aren't trolls. These people are trying to educate you so you can get on the right side of history. Because if you don't agree with them completely 100%,
nice buzzwords,
then you are a racist.
Right. God,
So
I'm so
then
sick of this. It's
Imagine
just-
being racist.
people need to understand the actual definitions of words these days.
So then some of our castmates came out and said, no, I'm standing with you. You are a good person. You know, we stand with you. And then she tweeted this, which was, you know, she's getting bullied. She's heartbreaking and a powerful story of a man who changed his ways for the woman he loved. And then, so this was a one guy who just said, no, I'm not going to do the hell
Nazi
Hitler
salute.
thing.
Okay.
And basically, not sure exactly what happened to him, but
we know what happened to him.
So then around 2020, September 5th, 2020, she posted some stuff about the floof.
Oh, the floof.
And and the open up your businesses, and you know, you don't need to freaking bow down to the government.
Yep.
And so of course people hated that too. Hey, do you just not go? This is wonderful right here. Hey, do you just not go by any pronouns? When you walk around, do you think? No, I don't.
Nope.
I'm Robbie.
Right.
I'm
Grandmaster
You're not
Michael.
focused about.
You're
You're not,
Grandmaster
certainly not
Michael.
focused on that.
Gina. Just so you know, pronouns are a part of most languages. Putting them in your bio is just a decent thing to do. So they started doing this, and so she posted in her profile. This is what got her in trouble.
Okay.
She posted Gina Carano, boop, bop, beep. Right?
That's cute.
She thought she was joking around. She's like, I'm not gonna do it, but here's
Right,
some
but she gave Star Wars
here's some
little
droid
cuties.
noises. Droid noises.
noise.
Droid noise.
Droid D's.
And then so some people praised her, but then oh my god, they got mad.
Comparing people's lives to droids or
Yeah, right.
or people's tragedies.
Yeah, and
Their
so people accused her of
suicides.
mocking trans people, and then Disney stepped in. Disney stepped in and said, so she says, beep, bop, boop had zero to do with mocking trans people and exposing the bully mentality of the mob that had taken over the voice. So then she says, it's just simple droid noises, but
Yeah.
defendants started their own harassment. They subjected Carano to long phone calls demanding an explanation, criticized her for not embracing, and then wanting her to do re-education programs. They made her
Re-education? That
They
sounds
made-
like a bunch of bad words to me.
they made her meet with representatives of GLAAD. They made her do a 90-minute Zoom meeting with two of their representatives.
Oh my
They
God.
continued to say you're going to do a public apology. Then she refused to do that.
Good.
Then she said, okay, I'll donate to this GoFundMe that somebody had set up to support the transgender community. So she goes to the GoFundMe, and it's actually a fund that was supposedly created by a Lucasfilm creative and was directly targeting Carano, defaming her by accusing her of being a bigoted actress. She brought that to Lucasfilm's attention, so they told this person to change the name of the GoFundMe to somebody else. Then they said, you are going to get on a Zoom call with the president of Lucasfilm and 45 employees who identify as part of the LGBTQ plus community. And then that was going to be a litmus test for her because a friendly group that wants Gina to succeed.
That's called mob mentality, and the
Oh
crazies
my
are running the crazy
Freaking
house.
God. So
No,
the
people.
purpose was
no.
clear. She had to grow and learn.
These are children at the wheels.
Yes.
These are not adults.
So
This
she
is
mentioned
insanity.
something about in November. She mentioned something about securing elections. Of course, that wouldn't go over well. And so there
Wow.
was all, there was a small group of people that yelled "Fire Gina" really loud,
Right.
And so they
Because
did.
they're popular right
Right.
now.
And so then they put out so on January 8th, Carano was inadvertently sent an email by Lynn Hoyle of Lucasfilm explaining that defendants were consumed with some of the social media calling for Disney to fire Carano. And they were monitoring a hashtag "Fire Gina Carano." And then her
Mercy
email had a
balls,
string of
people.
emails that began with the CEO statement of January 6th. And then it's just, they just kept ramping it up. And then they finally put out the statement that, if you go back to the beginning, Disney put out this statement
Oh, the egregious,
that said
disgusting.
that she was egregious and disgusting. Let's see, where was it? Oh man, I lost it. I thought it was right here.
It was.
Well, I lost it. Dang it. Oh, so they so in the post they said her political views, opinions, and I lost it. Anyway, but Disney put out that statement saying, you are a horrible, horrible person. And they did it to defame her. I mean, that was meant to ruin her career.
Correct.
Disney, one of the largest social media or the largest entertainment company on the face of the earth.
Very much so.
Decided that this person needed to not have a career, is what they did.
That's just not the American way. If you got issues, you go, you separate, you go live your peace. Maybe that's not the American way either, but it's like the way it should be. It's like, if you don't like what do we happen? If I have somebody who I have to fire, I fire them, right? Yeah. You're probably 69 from the place for a little bit. Go about your way.
Best of luck.
I'm not gonna, but this does happen in the private sector where people,
absolutely.
These people come and are hurt or angry about something, and then they try to destroy. But I believe, that's illegal. I don't think you can go and lie. Isn't that was that slander?
Yeah, I don't think the screaming masses are actually the majority.
No,
I think they're just louder.
They are louder.
Yeah.
They are louder, and they're in positions that they're in positions that elevate their voice.
Right. These new words or these new there are some good things, of course, but
I think those in power are just really afraid of what they see as the masses.
Yes.
So that's why they bend.
Yes, that's why they bend.
Yeah.
And we just don't bend, man.
Well, I think the quieter voices aren't quieter because we're afraid.
No.
I think it's just because we have it in our mentality, personal growth and go your own path, sort of.
Right.
Instead of groupthink and
no.
Look at what Disney's. Look at the flops that they have had recently.
Mm-hmm.
The movies that they are putting out are not
crap.
People aren't going to see them.
They're not good.
The Marvel movies used to be
huge.
Yeah,
there's a lot of pumping out of the Marvel stuff.
The plans for the Star Wars episodes coming out.
The Star Wars.
I'm right away not interested, and that's like going against my entire life.
Right.
No, exactly.
Because too saturated.
Right.
It's not special anymore.
They're focusing these shows on a tiny group of people and not the general population.
South Park hit on this one really well.
Oh yeah, the South Park
with Cartman, he's a movie exec, and for every movie idea, he's like, "Making a woman to make it gay, making a woman to make it gay."
Yep, everyone.
Every movie that they pitched to him, making a woman to make it gay.
Oh man, that was such a great episode. I hadn't been watching much of
Yeah.
South Park lately, but I watched that episode.
You know, I
That was
got
an amazing
to use
episode.
South Park in school the other day, but it was my third graders. They hadn't been exposed so much yet, or they didn't know. But we have a timer on the board that I moved. 25 minutes work, 5-minute break. And one of the kids said that they had moved the timer, and I was like, whoa! You are not allowed to touch the timer. Do not disrespect my authority. You disrespect my authority, there will be issues. This timer is my authority. And the teacher over there, you will not disrespect my authority.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, put on mirrored glasses, sunglasses when you do it.
So screw you guys. I'm going.
I'm going here. No. Screw you guys. No. Not a toy. And it's bad luck.
Yeah, man, that's bad luck.
Open umbrella.
You know, I remember kind of keep on talking about that South Park reference. I was in college when South Park first came on, and the very first episode, which was on Cartoon Network, and it was a big deal.
Oh yeah.
And I had recorded, or what happened is whoever had cable or cartoon, whatever it was, recorded the episodes on tape, and then we would go to a house and watch them.
Mm-hmm.
And so at one point I had all the South Park, season 1 on VHS, and I was just dating my ex-boyfriend in college, and I was like, hey, I got the tape, and his brothers were like, wow, biggest deal.
Oh, that's a huge
deal.
In
Hawaii, Wednesday nights at 7:30 used to be sacred in my house. Yeah, just for a half-hour episode was, an hour worth of conversation in the break room at work the next day.
All throwing the jokes out at each other and stuff.
Yeah, that and the back in the day, The Simpsons.
The Simpsons back in the day, yeah.
My buddy, Sunday night.
Yeah.
6:45 here because it came on at 7. We would be getting ready for The Simpsons to come on and watch
we had to
that
sneak it at our house.
Single week. Oh,
yeah. Well,
Simpsons are coming up on 40 years?
Run?
It was
that's a serious run for a cartoon.
I watched them on the Tracy Ullman show.
Yeah, they started when I was a senior in high school. So it was 89 when they first came out on the Tracy.
I'm gonna guess 88, but yeah.
Yeah, but that squiggly drawing.
Oh yeah.
Marge.
Even if you look at South Park's first episode.
Right, yeah.
Oh, they're terrible.
The movie's damn good.
But you look at my TV commercials.
I feel like the movie should be forced upon these children, the people that are having these issues. They need to sit through the South Park movie, and
no, exactly.
hold their eyes open and just.
They harped on anyone that's got some sort of stereotype hysteria about themselves.
Yeah, it's
and they were not off limits. Nothing was.
Nothing was.
And it was a musical,
right? And it was a musical.
Oh, so good.
So did you see the Book of Mormon?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
That was hilarious.
I am completely in love with Trey Parker, the blonde one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm obsessed with it, but I'm obsessed with both of them. I have and forever. I have Cannibal the musical. I have Orgasmo. I have the book. Everything that they've created.
Yeah.
And what I love about it is, although South Park has gotten a little grotesque, has gotten grotesque, just like Family Guy. Just they push the button, push the button.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But these men are such. Team America. Puppetry and them. Just take me now. Freedom is free.
And they started the It Gets Better campaign.
Yes. These are good people.
Yeah, no,
they're
exactly.
Older people, of our generation. They're smart and good and give to the man, not to the the powers.
Right.
Give to the people.
Exactly.
So children, sit down and watch your elders.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball was funny too.
Basketball.
Yeah.
All right, you're paying 1/12 of the rent, 1/12 of the electricity.
You little bitch.
They have 12 roommates.
Yeah, I was like, I had all that before I even met you. So I was completely in love with them. Since college, I guess.
Yeah, and Yasmin Bleeth's big movie breakout role.
Sure.
And then she left acting altogether for some reason.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Right, well, she was
I
always
had no
TV.
idea.
Well, you'd never seen her in anything else since.
What else was she in? Was she one of
She's
the...
TV. like
Melrose Place.
yeah, something like that, 90210 or whatever.
Wasn't she on the Baywatch too?
Oh,
Possibly.
she might have been. Yeah.
All right, now I look it up. The name sounds familiar, but I'm just
Yeah, then she became a wife and a mom and whatnot, and just didn't chase any more roles.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I gotcha.
yeah.
Okay, so share,
That's yeah.
present, share screen.
Yasmin.
Yasmin. Yasmin. Whoa. All right, so known for basketball, Nash Bridges, Baywatch, Hawaii
Oh,
Wedding, and
ding, ding, ding.
Baywatch. And upcoming, she's got 3.
Oh, nice.
Air Force Z, Kill With Me, and Beautiful Evil.
For those,
She hadn't done it. I mean, 2003 was, and then 2021 she did Whack the Dawn.
So like great names.
I'm really curious what type of movie she's doing now.
Whack the Dawn. Inspired a great mob themed buddy comedy of all time. Some Like It Hot, to Midnight Run. Okay.
Interesting.
That's interesting movie there for Whack the Dawn. It says it's completed, I think.
Well, you
Maybe.
know, I mean, good
it's
for
a
her.
Prime Video thing.
Well-
oh no, that's not okay. I don't know.
You know, and that's the thing is that with these streaming companies, how this isn't new or anything, but when they started producing their own films, and
Mhm.
then how Netflix was like, we aren't going to get an Emmy. And it was like laughable that Netflix, and then they started to, with Orange is the New Black or Schitt's
Whoa.
Creek, all these and so it's kind of cool that even though these companies are now big companies, it's a diverse groups. And I like that they are making their own stories because that's just better for everybody.
So this Kill With Me.
Yeah.
10 strangers, it says it's completed. 10 strangers awaken in individual holding cells on a live streaming game show. And if they don't acquire enough online likes in a timely manner, they'll die horribly. It stars Yasmin Bleeth, Tori Spelling, and Andy Dick.
Oh, God.
Do you guys know what's going on or what was going on with Andy Dick?
I know we lost some friends. I remember reading about it.
He went, and I thought he was still going through some weird stuff. Like he was ending up.
Andy Dick.
I think there's like legal implications going on.
Andy Dick, this guy.
Because he's touching people, right?
Well, no, but he ended up on like a bunch of like he ended up with this group of people that were live streaming, but like they were either like feeding him drugs and then like live streaming him, like showing him.
Oh, God.
But then he was also like molesting people and stuff,
right?
Or allegedly, like touching
that
people
man.
inappropriately.
He's gonna touch people.
And like there was some weird stuff going on with Mr. Andy Dick.
No, thank you.
I'm just curious when this was filmed, because now I'm curious because that was like recent. That was within like the last year or so that weirdness stuff was going on. So
some of these social media influencers are just getting ridiculous. Like the ones that are just pulling pranks on people. And it's one thing to, Ashton Kutcher,
all right.
punked is one thing as far as prank,
Right.
but
It's very controlled.
other things are go up to total strangers in Times Square and dump a bucket of water over some total stranger's head and call it a prank.
No.
Right.
That's
I saw
assault.
one the other day where this guy was walking through the mall, just like posing on, walking by people and just like
flexing
their
on them.
chest out, flexing on them, like trying to instigate.
You're
them.
gonna catch knuckles to the face
then
doing that.
one person just walked by, the second person just walked by, the third person he went like this, and the guy's like, "What are you doing?" So he stopped, turned around, and of course the 6'8" security guy that this moron's got with him steps in between them.
Why? Because your prank got met with somebody?
Correct, because somebody actually decided to do
to
what
step
you
in on
invited them to do.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah. No, exactly.
No.
Exactly. Like, shut the.
Yeah, no, that's
Shut the-
just straight up. I tell that to the kids all the time. I'm like, you keep pushing this person, they will hurt you.
Yeah, fear-based assault's a crime.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm like, don't be an idiot. Don't put yourself in harm's way if you think,
Right.
like just people.
Oh, the one guy got shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was the one guy that got that's right. He got shot in the stomach.
And criminally charged.
They actually charged the guy who shot him, and the jury said no.
Good.
No.
That's where you get the
Go
I mean,
away.
hopefully the common, the logical voice, because it's not the people who have the
Yeah.
microphone. It's that I don't want to be here. I gotta go work and
Yeah.
have a family.
Right.
Let's
No.
figure this out. This is the
Every
common
now and
person.
then, I'm okay with jury nullification.
Nullification.
Yeah. Well, the laws are written in such a way, then the jury's given such and such instructions in some way.
Sure.
And sometimes those instructions are written, it's like, you can only find this dude guilty.
Mm-hmm.
But are you finding him guilty of, felony A or misdemeanor A?
Okay.
But then, and it's rare and it's not really legal, but
No, but
the jury just comes back and says no.
So there is,
And that's the jury's decision.
yeah.
Oh.
So basically, when you have a jury trial, because I've Daryl Brooks
Mhm.
was the guy that ran over the people in the Milwaukee parade,
Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Oh, yes.
So he represented himself and
Like
poorly.
a
Yeah, of
complete
course.
moron. But he wanted to argue jury nullification.
To basically instruct
Right.
the jury that this is an option you
Instruct the
have.
jury that you have an
Oh.
option. And they do, because when you have a jury trial, the jury is the ultimate decision maker.
Right.
They are the ultimate
Weigher of
fact
the evidence.
finders, weigher of the evidence. Nobody else besides the jury.
They direct them how through the game.
Correct.
But they're the ones who make the decision.
Right.
Yeah.
So you could have all of the evidence against somebody. You could have a videotape of them doing the crime.
But if the jury
But
all agrees.
If the jury all agrees that that person is not guilty, they will walk away.
All right. So this guy was
So-
telling him, hey, did they find him?
Well, this guy was trying to squeeze that into his closing arguments,
Yeah.
but he had already hinted at it before, and the judge given specific instructions. The prosecutor's saying he's going to do this. We need to make sure instructions are this, that, and have some plan in place if he does. And I think he skirted it, but he didn't actually go.
No, he didn't. He skirted. He kind of, and then they, I don't even think they.
They didn't shut him down for
they
its
didn't
final
shut
stage.
him
He still got
down.
to
They
make
didn't-
one.
Yeah.
So what did the jury find him?
Oh, he's guilty of
Oh
everything.
gosh, yeah. No,
Straight
it
up
was.
guilty.
Oh god.
Yeah, he's got like 700 years
You're
before he'll
guilty.
get parole.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Because
No,
again,
he
I was going to say, like, I
oh
don't
no,
think
he
a
was.
general jury would.
It was consecutive sentences, and 7 of them were life.
Okay.
I mean, he got in so many fights with the judge. He had to kick him out of the courtroom multiple times.
Yeah, he got to attend by remote.
And then he'd go into the next courtroom, and then he'd one time he piled a bunch of boxes up in front of himself, had like a box fort. He threw it. He'd write objection on a piece of paper.
Hold
and
it up to the
just
camera.
Hold it up there.
And he did not know what to object about.
Right. And he
And we all had to
would
just
object.
adore this.
So yeah, so the prosecution would have a witness on the stand, and they'd ask a question, and he'd say object, and the judge would say overrule, and he'd say grounds, grounds, like what
are the grounds for your
what are the
overruling my
grounds
objection?
for your overruling my objection?
I thought it was the black robe and the higher desk.
But all of a sudden he would say grounds every time, grounds.
Or I don't consent to that. That was hilarious. How many times you said that?
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't.
no
consent to that.
matter
I don't
what. It's like
consent
he didn't consent to being on trial.
Did he acknowledge that he did kill these people?
Allegedly.
Kind
Did
of.
he did-
He actually
No, not
kind
really.
of not really, but
Was he just
'cause-
mad that he got caught, or was he mad that he had to?
I don't know how he think he couldn't have gotten caught.
That's why I wonder, like,
Yeah.
do you not think you did it, or you just
Well,
mad
he
got
tried to
here?
put some of the blame on the mother of his kid, who he had gotten in an argument with, which pissed him off so much to make him road rage.
right.
But
and then
they picked this apart by going, so you went through the traffic, through the barricades, through the people, you know, and never once did you hit the brakes.
Right. You didn't stop when people were
You didn't stop and run the
beating
rain.
your hood. Right. You had a person on your hood
Yeah.
looking in your window.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's horrible.
And then when the truck's broken down, he goes for a walk in the neighborhood, knocking on someone's door. Didn't say, "Hey, I need you to hide me," but it was pretty obvious he wants this guy to hide him. You know, and because the USC is the phone.
Oh yeah, let him in. Gave him a sandwich. I mean, oh yeah.
And then the guy starts going, "Something's odd here." And
Yeah, because you start.
yeah, I think it's time for you to go.
Yeah.
And I
Don't
think
let people in your house at a day age. I mean, there's a difference between a small child injured.
Right.
You don't let a man into your house. I'm sorry, you don't.
especially if he's all out of breath, looking like just ran over 7 people. Yeah.
Yeah. Waukesha. Was it? It was Waukesha, wasn't it?
Was it Kenosha?
No, I think Kenosha was the.
Well, sure, but
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Right.
It was Waukesha.
Okay.
For sure.
Man.
What the heck's going on in Milwaukee? What the heck's going on in Wisconsin? Yeah.
Just like
Dude,
it's
I don't know. There's like so Kyle Rittenhouse was Wisconsin.
Oh,
right?
is it the bad kid?
He wasn't a bad kid. He was
No.
that's
self-defense.
Oh, sorry.
Exactly.
But if you ask the media, however,
Yeah,
and a
Waukesha,
conspirator.
Daryl Brooks found getting a Waukesha Christmas tree.
I was thinking.
You had Kyle Rittenhouse, which he
Oh,
got off.
the little
He
white
got off.
boy. In
Yeah.
the, okay.
Yeah. And then
it was neat
you
to see
had-
Anna Conspiracy eat crow on that. I didn't know that the people he killed were white. Pay attention
So then
to the news.
and also in Wisconsin, you had
Well, they made it so like he killed a
Chandler
black woman.
Halderson trial.
Who?
Chandler.
Testimony at the murder trial showed Halderson killed, dismembered, and attempted to incinerate his parents in the fireplace of the family's Windsor home in July of 2021.
Oh, smell.
After his father had discovered he'd been lying about his job and educational prospect, he lied to his parents for like a couple of years about what he was doing.
Is he living at
Like
home?
he was, oh yeah.
PSA.
He was going to.
It takes a lot of energy, time, and heat to incinerate a human body. You cannot do it in your fireplace.
Imagine my parents' fireplace. A head would take a day to burn in there.
Yeah.
And then still got the bones.
And if you didn't dry it out,
Yeah.
And
you cannot do it in your fireplace. You have to do it in a pyre.
Right. I was gonna say, you know how
Yeah.
Miss Jody wants to go out.
So
Yeah.
his girlfriend ended up being like one of the main witnesses against him.
Good.
And there's questions about like how much did she actually know?
Yeah.
Because
Before she called
like,
911?
Yeah, because like she went over the house like the night after he tried to do that in the fireplace. So
The
there
smell. Oh
had
my
to
God,
be
the
some
smell.
smell going on. And then he ended up like putting the pieces in the like containers and then hiding them at the farm of his girlfriend's mom.
I wonder if she was
What's a
terrible.
lesbian?
And this is where he could have gotten lucky if he'd have
Oh
thought
my
ahead
God.
of time.
This fucking
Because if they had
trial-
hogs,
this trial was horrible. This
if
trial was
they had hogs on this farm, he could have gotten rid of them.
Don't go giving people.
Oh, it's common knowledge.
It is, yes.
They
Quite a
still
few
eat
people in
anything.
the
Hog eat a
industry have
bone.
used hogs.
Because they're hogs, they'll eat anything.
Their
They
teeth
will eat.
just. What kind of? Do they
They'll
have
eat
hippo teeth?
plastic. They'll eat.
How do
rope.
they eat it though? I mean, what is their?
They
teeth
put
like?
it in their mouth, they chomp it up until they
I don't
swallow it.
understand. They don't have jagged teeth.
Oh.
Ooh.
I guess I've never seen. Show me a mouth of a pig.
You remember in Wizard of Oz when Dorothy
I
falls
do
it
remember, but I need
and
to
why
see.
they were in such a rush to get her
I
out?
have
Because
never
it's
seen
dangerous.
a pig's mouth. I don't understand how it can cause that much damage.
Oh,
I don't. It's a little pig. It's a little mouth. It's not a hippo.
hogs are large.
I don't. I need some proportion.
Okay,
Okay,
Rob.
hang on, I'm on it. Yeah,
All right.
I'm got it here.
And those are farm.
So here's like a
That's a
wild
javelina.
boar.
yeah. So there's one.
Always in season.
Yep.
No bag limit. Now in Texas.
Yeah, I mean they've got
Yes,
teeth.
all I see is these cute little
mowers are for
Those
grinding.
Those are not cute.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Those will tear some stuff up.
Okay.
And all those mowers on the back, that's for grinding.
Right.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, look there. Look at the. I mean, those are sharp, jagged.
Okay.
Those things.
Okay, yeah.
Like
And they're huge. They knock it down to start with, get you down to their level.
There's kind of
You know,
kind of a skeleton one. There's
a
another
little
one.
off the subject, but things that still terrify me. We read a book about the black holes, and so the kids wanted to watch a video about it. And so I'm like, okay. So I put on YouTube, a little video about black holes. And then I was like, okay, Miss Jody's going to play you the sound, but Miss Jody has to put on some earphones and hide behind this kid because this hurts my body. We're going to go ahead and listen to it.
Did you hear about the artificial black holes scientists created? And it reacted exactly like they expected it to. And you created what?
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
You did what? Why don't you go rebuild Babylon?
Yeah, I was like, don't play with science. Don't do that. Don't play God. And on that.
And on that note,
yeah, look at that overtime.
We are on overtime.
Yeah.
We are going to play.
You guys got
ourselves
extra.
out. You guys got extra. So we are going to let's go ahead and watch that lovely interview again.
I like it.
With Agent Walker and Agent Gray.
Sounds good.
And we will see you here.
I'm curious if you could get captioning, especially when they're talking over each other. How would you do that?
That's not possible. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
See you next week.
Let's pretend to stop.
Play us off, Robbie.
Let's pretend we forgot to stop recording.
All right, hang on. Trying to.
Hi. Are you good?
Okay.
Sure.
Make sure I got
Dennis got a phone call?
And do we have volume on it?
I'm trying to.
Agent Walker.
We do.
I already told you no, I am not doing your PR hit. I am in the middle of some stuff right here, okay? I'm busy and I am not going to go on some news show with some bum flunky and try to act like they're actually doing something. Yes. Well, okay. All right. Fine. I'll do it. Just send me the link and I'll go there.
Thanks, guys, for doing this. We're going to record this, so we'll use it on our next broadcast. A couple of things to remember. Try not to talk over each other, and then just relax and have fun. Now, there are a lot of rumors, questions, and some innuendo surrounding the new agency. So it's really good to get some good PR out there. Our corporate folks and your brass at the Department of Law want the public to have a little optimism about your mission.
Thanks for having us, Nick. That sounds great.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. We have another guest or two in our ongoing series with members of different law enforcement agencies. With us tonight is Special Agent Charles Walker from the Federal Enforcement Division and Agent William Gray, an agent with the Bureau Undermining Misinformation. Let's start with you, Agent Gray. Tell us about your experience in this relatively new agency.
Thanks for having us on, Nick. Our agency, the Bureau Undermining Misinformation, has an important role to play in keeping people safe. There is a fine line between people saying things and acting on those things. We've seen over the last few years how dangerous misinformation and disinformation is and how much it can erode the confidence in our government. We here at Boom are committed to keeping the country safe.
Agent Walker, you work for Fed in the Cyber Communication Crimes Division. Now, your mission and the mission of Boom seems to be very similar. Is there a sense of cooperation between the agencies?
Well, the problem of misinformation and disinformation has become so prevalent, it was decided that an entire new agency was needed to tackle the issue. Politics and an election year had nothing to do with the creation of BUM at all. We really are just one big happy family.
All right. Well, then let me ask you this, Agent Walker. Do you foresee an additional bit of consolidation between the two agencies?
Nah. BUM is doing the best they can with the quality of people they have recruited and brought over from Fed. I give them an A for effort. They have a lot of obstacles to overcome. And as the saying goes, they aren't sending their best.
Agent Gray. So if you, Agent Gray, there's been pushback and criticism from some circles that this new agency, the Bureau Undermining Misinformation, and basically the overall intelligence apparatus of the government, it's infringing on people's rights more and more. What are your thoughts on that?
We really do have to be careful, yes. Freedom of speech is absolutely an important consideration, but I've learned over the years that sometimes people show you who they really are. The anonymity of the internet makes it even easier for people wishing to cause harm to do so. It's our job to try to figure out who is a threat and stop the threat before people are hurt.
I see. And Agent Walker, anything to add to that?
People get what they ask for. We've romanticized the government agent and the detective since the 30s. Elliot Ness, Dick Tracy, The Fugitive. Heck, we have TV shows now just called Fed. People have been conditioned to love us, so we're here. We are part of your lives and we're not going anywhere. We'd never imagined that people in power over time would use this positive feeling to become more and more invasive. Of course, we must hire competent people, which it seems BUM might be starting to fail in that regard.
You know, Agent Walker, I don't appreciate the insinuation. And it's boom, not bum.
It's B-U-M. In any language, that is bum. Culo, Italian. Miserable, German. Vagabond, Romanian, Danish. However you want to say it, it comes back to what it is. Bum.
For the last time, it is boom. Also, if Fed is so good at combating illegal misinformation and disinformation, why do we have an entire new agency set up?
Why was BUM?
Boom.
Why was BUM set up? A group of virtue signaling lawmakers and a virtue signaling president got together in an election year to scare a bunch of people and convince them that they are doing something by creating another government agency. Nobody but those few people wanted this, and they got their way, didn't they? A port here, an airport revamp there, and voila! BUM.
Wow. Talk about misinformation. Bud, I could probably bring you up on charges for that gibberish you puked up just now. M&D is a serious problem, and Fed's whole modus operandi to combat it has been a campaign of entrapment, enticement, and political hit jobs. Where were you, Agent Walker, on that one day in January, huh?
At your mom's. Nobody wanted BUM. You think the naming wasn't intentional? You think the people who set it up didn't know what they were doing and it's an accident your initials are BUM? You think it's an accident that they took the lowest functioning members of the Fed and hired a bunch of stiffs off the street to staff this agency? Give you four abracadabra. You're a federal agent badge. Here's a guy.
Oh, the joker.
Oh, the joke is you job you had before you
You're
tagged on to
obviously
bum. I've helped take
compensating
down
for some
drug
weakness
cartels,
you're ashamed
financial
of,
crimes,
or
human
you're a
trafficking rings. You name a
sociopath.
crime,
I'm not
I probably
sure
helped
which,
somebody
but
convict
whatever
somebody
it is,
in doing
you
it. Now that
probably
we've crossed
need
the
to talk
bridge
to a
into the true
counselor or
information
something.
age,
You talk
I'm going
about
to bring down
wonderful,
criminals
how
in the
wonderful
virtual
Fed
world.
is.
If
And all they've
misinformation
done
is truly
but
dangerous,
failed.
then you need
You
the
claim
best
Fed has been
agents to tackle
successful
the
combating
problem. And I am
misinformation.
the best there
Just look
is.
at your
And I
record of
don't need a
failed
bunch of
sting
Fed
operations, trapping
flunkies
and
and
setting up
civilian
these
4-week course
Fantasyland
chumps and
scenarios
their
that
shiny new
always end up
agency
in
to
acquittal,
try and
never
upstage
in
us.
conviction. And it's boom, boom.
Oh, fine, it's Boom. We'll just call you Boomer then. Okay, Boomer. I'm out of here.
That was thanks for having me.
Damn it, we should have done this live.